Good morning, peace and blessings. Happy Wednesday. How are y'all doing today? I only have a few minutes, so I'm going to move pretty quickly. I have a client in about 15 minutes, and I'm running a little late this morning. So today is the day that Mercury governs, and Mercury is the energy that creates our perceived reality. This Mercury energy is it's so significant, and it's a game changer in our relationship to how we live our lives, because Mercury is the energy that governs how we think, our perceived realities, our perceptions, and it feeds from our senses, right? And we have this. Our senses are more than sight, hearing, touch, taste. Our senses is like we have an energetic sensory system that really allows us to move through this reality just sort of sensing like animals, right? Like have a sixth sense or a second sense, or, just sort of that. How you all doing? Thank you for joining. So we have our senses, that's Taurus, and then Mercury and Venus and Taurus is this sensory thing, like like all of the senses, like your spidey senses, even your hearing, all of that stuff. But then Mercury takes those senses, that sensory body, and then begins to put a picture on it, or thoughts or stories, right? So how you feel, you will then begin to tell yourself a story. If you have a sensation in your body, I know if I have a sensation in my body, it will remind me of a memory, or I will have a feeling of pain. Like the body is doing, the body is this system in itself that is actually projecting our reality through our senses and our thoughts, right? So Mercury is this energy that is always collecting data. Gemini, it's always collecting data, Mercury, so that you can create a story, so that you can create a projection, so that you can create a reality. And this understanding helps you look at your life. And if your life is what you want it to be, then pay attention to the beliefs and the thoughts. Pay attention to the beliefs and the thoughts that are fueling your reality. But if it's not what you want it to be, then pay attention to your beliefs and your thoughts that are creating the reality, so that you can reprogram yourself. Because this Mercury is the energy of how you're programmed, your mind. You are experiencing your mind. And so whether it be like relationships that are really challenging, or fears, or not having confidence, the program began from the time that you were 0 to 7 as a child. Whatever the overreaching message was from your childhood, especially from your parents and your parental structure, that is the messaging that you are playing over and over and over again, and creating the same energy but different scenarios that really keep you in a way of being that you've always been in. It's like your game. It's like your karma. It's and you have to sort of work it out. Like one of the things that I am aware of here in our reality in the West, America, is that we are constantly being told what's wrong with us through the media, right? We're constantly being told, you're not enough of this, you need more of this, you need more of this is wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. And that energy programs you to be at odds with yourself constantly. Always in a state of dissatisfaction, always in a state of not having enough, always in a state of not able to be pleased or pleasure or joy, because of the way we're programmed in the culture towards competition and insignificance, and just all of this ideas of just frivolous shit. It's just frivolous. It's just meaningless, right? And so Mercury in Virgo is telling us to really look at our thoughts, really become a detective in your mind, and discover how your thoughts are creating the reality you're in. And you have to go to the deepest belief systems, because you have to understand at the core, your beliefs are really generating the reality that you're in. And this is a tricky thing because we're just not taught this at all, but it is how it works. It's how it works, right? So if you believe that, you don't have enough, if you believe that you have to struggle to be happy, if you believe that there's somebody out there who's always going to do better than you, if you believe that the world is hard, it's a hard place to be, and you will generate those experiences according to those deeper belief systems. So when I started doing this work, I had to really look at, like, what is it that I believed? And so for me, this is why it's important to understand your natal chart, because your natal chart will point you to your struggles. It'll point you to the obstacles. It'll point you to the things that are designed by your soul to hold you down, because your whole mission here on the planet is to overcome those energies that occur as obstacles in your life so that you can evolve, so that you can become enlightened, so that you can open your heart and get free from those things. But you have to discover what those beliefs are, and you see them through the patterns in your family, right? Through the genetic patterning, the genetic traumas, right? You see, you have families of people who all are underachievers, or families of people who are all depressed, or families of people who are addicts, or families of people who are overachievers. Like, just all these sort of patterns run in the family structure. It shows up in different ways, but many people have it, and it shows up in various ways. And as you question it and look at it and see how it looks in your reality, and then begin to free yourself from it, you open up energy and power through your own. It's in your body, right? The memory is held in the body and the mind. You literally you come here programmed with what it is you're going to be working out. You come here ready to work it out, right? And that's why you choose the family you have, and you create these life experiences. The chart tells you what that is. Your natal chart will tell you what that is. And then you work that out in your own life, in your own psyche. And as you identify the belief systems that have kept you oppressed, or the belief systems that have kept you trapped or stuck, or the belief systems that have kept you outside of your divinity, whatever the belief systems are, whatever it is. And as you identify them, those things, you literally collapse them. You collapse those realities, and then that power becomes yours. The last time I was here, maybe a week ago, I was saying, go watch a game called Ready Player Game 1. Ready Player Game 1. And it shows how this is all a simulation. I mean, they make it a game in the movie, though. But how this is really a game. And if you can, the easiest way to do it is to work on your triggers. The things that trigger you, right? The things that really make you angry. That's where your power is. The things that, that make you frustrated and right? That's where your power is. It's like really being able to collapse those energies that would have you, that would drain your energy. You want to collapse those experiences that would drain your energy. So that is Mercury in Virgo, looking at your belief systems. The moon is in Aries, and the moon in Aries really just means that we're beginning a new cycle again. Like we're coming into Aries is the beginning. So what we're doing is we're integrating. And so we're in this month, because the sun is in Virgo and now the moon is in Aries. We are in a month of integrating. We're looking at what stays and what goes. Virgo is the energy of perfecting, right? We want to perfect our thinking. That's Mercury, right? We want to perfect the reality, right? We want to literally, sometimes I meditate and I see myself removing a belief system out of my mind. I just, like a disc. I'm going to take this disc out and throw it away and replace it with this disc. And then that's how I envision myself really changing my mindset, right? And so we want to renew our thinking. We just had Venus here. Venus is renewing our emotions. We have the sun here. We're looking at our personalities, and we're doing this through our bodies, right? So it's like how our minds and all of that sort of stuff impact our bodies. So our food, our thoughts, our exercise, our relationship to the earth, all of those things are up for renegotiation this month. So with that, I hope this is helpful, and I love y'all very much. I am going to go and what am I doing? Let me say this. Like I said, it's time for us to take on a new way of being. And the new way of being that I am being presented with, which makes me tremble a bit, honestly, is to really recognize that we have dominion. We have dominion over this system. And whatever you need to do to understand how you have dominion, I encourage you to do it. That's what I'm doing. And it's like a shit or get off the pot kind of moment. You know, one of the things that I do my best to do is be grateful for the things that bring me to my knees. Be grateful for the things that make me go, okay, now or never. You know, be grateful for the things. And what I'm seeing is as the world changes, I'm really having to ask myself, do you believe in this mystical, spiritual connection to God, or do you serve man? Do you serve God or do you serve man? What is it? What are you going to choose? And what does that mean inside of you? Right? So I'm having a shit or get off the pot moment. Maybe some of you all are too. I'm having it because I'm a Virgo, and it's like, and the sun is in Virgo. But all of us are having a shit or get off the pot moment in some area of our lives. We all are. And I encourage you to, sometimes for me, I'm just like, okay, God, what? Like, I don't even know. Just show me what to do. Just tell me what to do. Like, and I just breathe. So lately I've just been doing a lot of breath work, just breathing and getting into my body and telling the truth, just being in my truth to the best of my ability. Like, I'm not judging myself. I'm not making myself wrong. I'm being loving to myself. I'm telling the truth to the best of my ability, because that's Virgo. It's like really opening to the purity, right? Virgo has a purity, the virgin. Virgo, the virgin. It means that there's a purity, unobstructed, right? Like nothing is blocking, nothing is in the way, right? So that's like, so where are you having to purify yourself? Where are you having to really, come on, y'all. Like, this makes me feel like when I used to go to church, like, Jesus. Where are you having to really purify yourself? So I encourage you to just do what you need to do to get as honest and clean and true with yourself as you can, because it's a valuable thing to know. It's like to be able to, here's the thing, to be in integrity with yourself, to be loyal to you, to really be loyal to yourself, right? And that is the gift of Virgo. All right, you all. I love y'all. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.